Here we go. Welcome to Valhalla. Cyberpunk Bartender action. Starting day 5. You have no new notifications. That's right, we bought what we wanted. Can't remember what it was. I think it was a fan. We bought a fan. So I think we're just going to go to work because we did everything else. Hello, Robert. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, man. Good evening. I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly, so that means more people will be looking for a drink. What I like about this game is it really gives you the feeling of working at a bar. You've got, your coworkers who are there, you see pretty much every day. Then you've got like a couple people that you see not regularly, but that you know. Like you know who they are because they've been in multiple times. But then there's also a lot of just like each day, it's just somebody that comes in and they have a drink or two, and then you never see them again. And I think that's the real bartender experience. I think it's kind of cool. You can take a break, You're quite the hard worker. And the streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. And besides, I can't afford to not come with the bar closing soon. I wonder if any bar has any impending closure as a means of getting their employees to work. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention, I get bored out of my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather come here anyway. Hey, Julius, welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, I've never been able to comprehend or understand people that they're like, I get bored at home. Like, don't you have any hobbies? You don't like reading? You don't like watching TV? You don't like playing video games? You get bored at home? I don't know. Doing math homework. Okay, no worries, Julius. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it, man. Hope your homework goes well. What did you say? Nothing important. Jill isn't back yet? Nope. I wouldn't worry too much about him, though. If you say so. Say, what's this bottle? A bottle of absinthe I had at home. I went to have it appraised, but the guy said that without label, there's not that much value to it. It's still a nice bottle of absinthe, though. I see. I think I still have my bottle of absinthe, actually. It's quite old now. Are you going to serve it today? It looks like the absinthe can be detected by the station's database, so it's not counterfeit. I'll serve it only if customers ask for it. Sounds good. Want me to serve you a glass of it? I'll pass. Absinthe's not my kind of thing. Well then, I'll be in the office. Careful with that thing. Your hobbies are video games? It's good, man. Yeah, it's one of my main hobbies. I have multiple hobbies, but it's definitely one of them. Alright. Okay then. Time to serve, mix, and change lives. Wait, that's not how it goes. No one here to retort. Man, it feels lonely without Jill here. I just hope the restlessness in the streets doesn't lead to dangerous or weird types coming in here. That's a weird type. Good evening. Holy poop. That was a record-breaking jinx. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Let's see. I'll have a green fairy. Green fairy? Blue fairy. Sorry, the absinthe bottle distracted me. Let's give this, brain a blue fairy. Alright, and beer is 12124. Mixed. Alright, we got 4 Adelaide, 1 Flanger Guide, and let's just put in 1 Karmatrine. Just a little bit. Alright, we need to age it, and then we're going to mix it. And serve it. Here you go. Nice, yeah, this is the thing. So, how are you gonna... Oh, you can grab stuff. Should have figured as much. You can drink stuff and eat. I have the same system Lilim do. Can I ask you something, Miss Taylor? Call me Taylor. Just Taylor. And yes, cutie like you can ask me anything. Okay, Taylor. You have to be the first person I've met that didn't go, okay, just Taylor. Nah, too easy. You are a brain in a jar, right? I'm sure not a hologram of that, I'm sure. Yep, I'm a bona fide human brain in a jar. So how? Why? What? Does my handsomeness make you speechless? You're not something a girl sees every day, and that's saying quite a bit in these parts. Fear not, for I have a speech prepared for these situations. A speech? You're seeing one of the 5 great living bottled brains of the world. There's only 5? We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature, all while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand the inner workings of nature's most complex computer. I'm guessing you prepared that after being asked the same question too many times, huh? Not out of exasperation or anything like that, mind you. I just wanted to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple of pamphlets with me. You want one? Sure. What brings one of our world's 5 brains in jars to this place, though? Oh, I'm from around here, actually. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time. Have you come here before? Sadly, no. Otherwise, I'd remember a cute face like yours. Everybody is very flirtatious and forthright. Speaking of which, can I have your name? It's Jill. Jill, that's a really cute name. Thank you. Say, weren't you scared of going outside today? What with the commotion around and all? It didn't stop you from coming here either, did it? Yeah, you're right. It's gonna take more than cryptic but ominous news to stop me. You're awfully energetic. Did you know that? Sorry, does that bother you? No, not at all. Just that I figured a brain in a jar wouldn't be so happy. While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't much I could do. This new state of existence allows me to accomplish more than I could ever before. Plus, I'm doing something that'll help people in the long run. Hey Molly! Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much. Good to see you. It's been a while. Wouldn't you be happy? I wonder. Do you want to make me happy, Jill? Depends on what it takes. Don't worry, just give me a beer. Here's my chance. Alright, then, yeah, I'll make you happy. Alright. 1, 2, 1, 2. Aw, no trophy? I was hoping for a trophy for that. Memorizing a beer, a drink recipe? That should definitely be a trophy, in my opinion. Here, a beer. Ah, yes. No matter what happens, beer's always good. Hey, Taylor, may I ask something a bit indiscreet? You can ask anything you want. While you had your other body, were you male or female? That's actually quite the question. Especially considering I don't really know the answer either. How do you not know the answer? You don't? I mean, I remember my name was Taylor. In fact, I remember every detail of my life. That's the one thing that's a bit blurry. Blurry? Yeah, the team that put me here said that it might be a side effect of the whole process. But my family and friends say that even in life, I didn't put too much thought into questions about gender. Oh god, here we go. Really? So, in the end, we're back to square one. There's no questions of gender. You've either got bits or other bits. And that's what you are. Wait, don't you have pics or anything else? To be honest, I've chosen to not look too deeply into my old identity. Partly because I'm happier in this ambiguous state. But also because I have this gut feeling I'm not psychologically prepared to see what I looked like. I don't know. I feel like if I do, I might crumble. It's really weird. Because it's like, you've got the brain, you've got the memories. Don't you have memories of looking in a mirror and knowing what you look like? I don't know. It's like, even my dad, who has dementia, if we show him a picture, like a family picture, with a whole bunch of people in it, and we say, who's in this picture? He'll point to himself and he'll say, that's me. Thank God you're not born with both bits. Yeah, that'd be pretty awkward. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like if I do, I might crumble. Damn. Just out of curiosity, in a third-person scenario, how should one refer to you? By my name. I guess that makes sense. If you absolutely need to use pronouns, refer to me like you refer to any other house appliance. A TV or anything like that. An it. Are you okay with that? In the end, even if I can speak, I'm just an object. That's actually something I've internalized a long time ago, even with my original body. I see. If that doesn't make you comfortable, feel free to use neutral pronouns. To be honest, you can refer to me however you want. I don't really pay mind to that. But this isn't about what makes me comfortable. You know what the downside to this body is? I can't get drunk. If you want to call that a downside. If you wanted to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives. Drunkenness is part of the whole experience. Why though? Lilum can get drunk with no problem. Yeah, but in their case, their brain's a computer attached to their body. Hello, Mr. Din. Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce the input speed to their bodies. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in a different behavioral cycle even. It's It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in a jar is figuring out exactly how you work. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Jill. Oh, Alma. Just oh, Alma? Where's the courtesy one would expect from plebeian bar staff? Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Happy? Not when you put it that way. Why, hello there, beautiful. Whoa. You hurt my feelings with that, darling. Sorry, you don't see talking disembodied brains every day. I mean, I did work a summer in Lilum maintenance, but even then those were talking heads. Oh, don't worry about it. At least you're not running or fainting. Your name was Alma, right? I'm Taylor. Nice to meet you, Taylor. Say, Alma, can I buy you a drink? Sorry, I only date people who are at least 50% organic and have at least one face. I know just what to strive for then. Just kidding. It'd make me happy to make you happy by buying you a drink. Does that bother you? I guess if Jill's the bartender, I don't have a problem with that. Awesome. I'll pay for your next drink then. What will you have? I'll have a cobalt velvet. And you, Taylor? I'm fine, actually. You're gonna have me drink alone? I don't want to drink that much. Okay then. Cobalt velvet, straight from Taylor to Alma. Ah, we got the absinthe here as well. Cool. On the rocks, and mixed, and done, and served. Your drink. Hope you enjoy it. You know, you've been nicer to me these past minutes than at least 3 guys have been in the last year. Judging from the way you two talk, I'm guessing you've been a client here for a while now, right? Only for about half a year or so, if memory serves right. Really? One would think it's been longer. It feels like it's been longer. Shut up, you love me and you know it. So, you just started coming here and that was it? Well, the first time I came here, the other guy, speaking of which, where's Pablo? Jillian? Archimedes? Dunno, adventuring or something. Anyways, the other guy served me the first time I came here. Nothing unusual there. The next time I showed up, Jill here was the one serving, and I don't know, I feel like she just gets me. There's this chemistry, we click. We click, she says. The fact that I feel more chemistry with her than many other people is kind of sad though. It's always good to see a nice friendship. Sadly, it's getting late, and I've got to go. I'll leave you 2 lovely ladies alone. See ya. Bye. Please come again. That Taylor sure was nice. A bit weird at first, though. Apparently 1 of 5 brains being studied by scientists or something. There's a summary of it in this pamphlet. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. Can't believe I actually met one. Say, Alma, how many people are there in your family? Just curious. Yeah, if I met somebody that was like 1 of 5, like I'm trying to think, what are 5 unique people on the planet? Okay. So the UFC has 4 female champions. There's 4 divisions, weight divisions. And there's 4 women that hold the title belts. If I went into a bar and I saw one of those 4, like Valentina Shevchenko, I'd be like, oh my goodness. I don't know. That's just me. Well, aside from my mom and dad, we're four sisters and one brother. Funnily enough, we all have names that start with the first 5 letters of the alphabet, so she must be oldest. So you're the eldest one. No, I'm actually the middle kid. You're the middle kid, but your name starts with an A. Don't think too much about it. I never said the order reflected our ages. My sister Carlotta's the oldest one, and there's Diana just before me. Then comes Eva, and at the bottom lies Belle. Sorry, the youngest one is Bernardo. You've never been alone, I'm guessing. Can't complain about that, I guess. It helps that we're never 5 in the same house. By the time Evita and Bernie were born, Diana and Carlotta had already moved. That's kind of like my family. Pretty close. My eldest brother is 17 years older than me, so shortly after I was born, he was already like an adult, so. Yeah, agreed, Robert. Yeah. Like, I've come across, like, I've met famous people when I knew I was going to see them. So, like, when I went to the UFC event, I've got a picture with Joanna Jędrzejczyk and other fighters, or like when I went to a concert and I knew that I was, I had VIP passes, I was going to meet the band. When you expect that, it's still cool, but it's not that starstruck thing. But like when I went to HMV, which is a music store here in Calgary, it's no longer exists, but there used to be a music store, and I went there, and I saw Bret Hart, and that I was starstruck, because I went there and I wasn't expecting to see Bret Hart in the same place that I shop, right? There was a famous snooker player came to the shop you were working in the past. You were speechless. That's cool, man. Especially like if you know them, right? Like I'm guessing everybody in the world is aware of these 5 brains, right? In this fictional world. For me, if that snooker player came in, I wouldn't know who the hell they are because I don't follow snooker. Same thing like I was saying, if I went into a bar and I saw Valentina Shevchenko there, for me, I'd be like, oh my goodness. But somebody that doesn't follow UFC would go in there and they wouldn't know who the hell she is. You're jealous with me and Trish? That's awesome. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting to see Trish Stratus there when I went to that award ceremony. So that was cool. I was definitely nervous, but it was cool. Yeah, I'm actually I'm kind of surprised in myself that I went up to Trish Stratus and asked to have a picture taken with her. Yes, Mr. Din. You haven't seen the picture? I'll send it to you on Discord, Mr. Din. Yeah, I've got a picture of me with Trish Stratus. She wears a lot of makeup and is very short. Anyway. Speaking of family, today I came because I needed a break from everything that's been going on with them. Do you live with them? No, but Evita and Bernie do. Not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second eldest sister, Diana, just separated from her husband. It's not even been a week, but she's already got some other guy in her bed. Oh man. She left her kid with her husband's parents and pretty much forgot about them. That's brutal. Never mind the fact that they need to go to school and all that. Damn. Yeah, that's my reaction. Diana's life has always been messy, and these days she's really making it big. She wants time for herself to live her life. She didn't think about that when she married the guy at 20. She didn't think about that when marrying a guy she had only known for like 3 months. You should take your own advice. Hey, I'd never marry someone who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? Sure, there was that one time when it almost happened, but I blame the damn stadium kiss cam. Kiss cam? I was going out with a guy my little sister introduced to me. Seems he was her friend's brother or something. We went out a couple of times and he invited me to a basketball game. The mood was nice, but then later the kiss cam focused on us, and instead of kissing me, he proposed. I almost got caught in the mood and accepted. Huh? So I take it you rejected him in a stadium? On the effing kiss cam? We went out for like 3 weeks. I don't know, maybe he wanted to get in my pants with the old sex on the wedding night line. How about it's more likely that he just has a good sense of humor, and instead of being like, let's just kiss, I'm gonna pretend that it's something bigger, like me asking you to marry you, but I'm actually just making a joke. This chick is incredibly... she has a very big ego. She thinks very highly of herself. But I honest to God can't understand why he thought it would be a good idea. Because he was probably making a frickin' joke and you're too much of a blonde to realize that he was making a joke. That sounds too convoluted, you know? Proposing and waiting for the wedding night just for sex? Never underestimate the lengths a man is willing to go to get you in their bed. Jeez Louise. I've seen more convoluted plots over the years. I'm feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Want anything else? What's that bottle? Some bottle of absinthe I found at home. It's unlabeled, and it's not that valuable. Do you know how to serve it? I'd usually need some kind of spoon to perch a cube of sugar, but the station does all that for me. Do you want some absinthe then? Sure, let's try it. Give Alma some absinthe, go to the bottled drinks tab, and drag it to the shaker before mixing. Cool. Cool. Careful, it's a strong drink. I'll tell you if it's strong or not. And indeed it is. Holy crap. Are you okay? I'll be fine. I've had worse in college. What did you do in college, by the way? Jaeger bombs, giant taco pizzas, a cute student teacher. We all did a cute student teacher at some point in college. I'm talking about studies, woman. I got no words. I know. I'm a computer engineering dropout. Dropout? I was getting fed up with the whole make programs for other people thing. I see. Alright, now's my turn to ask questions. About what? What kind of family is your family? Well, I'm an only child. My mom and my dad split amicably. My mom is a violinist, so she was always away from home with the orchestra. I spent most of my time with my dad, my aunt, and my grandpa. Aside from that, I'd say my childhood was quite uneventful. Huh. Did you get something like your mom's artistic vein or something? I played the violin until I was around 16, I think. What made you stop? I don't know. I just kinda said that's it one day and stopped. What about cousins or the rest of your family? I see very little of them, actually. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them. most of my mom's family live in France to boot. So, your mom's French? Yep. Can you speak French? Apparently something in French. Ooh, what does that mean? Rubbish, I don't know. I can't speak French. I did try though, but college started and I stopped taking classes. Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from my mom's side that lives close by. But you'll be hard-pressed to make me spot him in a crowd. You're kinda lucky, you know. All of my mom's side of the family lives here. The chances of me meeting someone I'm related to on the street are ridiculously high. But yeah, that's the primer on my family. Nothing too interesting, sadly. Your mom's a French violinist, and you call that uninteresting? I'm wondering if your family has ever made a fuss about you being a hacker. Hacker makes it sound too exotic. It's like if I called you a mixologist. Please don't ever. Sounds like something somebody would say to make bartender sound sophisticated. See? I mean, hacker is a good way to summarize it, but it's not the best. I'm a security consultant. People want to find flaws in the security of their systems, and I do my best to pinpoint where it breaks. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world, they need security. I'm their woman. You've told quite a few stories about cracking into databases to retrieve info like some sort of mercenary, though. That doesn't change the fact that hacker is not the best term to use. Makes the whole thing sound illegal when it's actually an honest job. That's very true. Didn't you tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone? A mostly honest job. Sheesh. What made you become a hacker, by the way? I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I always had a Sudoku or crossword with me. But at some point, they started feeling kinda samey. So when I started college, I took a course on system security. It felt like the kind of puzzle I was looking for. I mean, there are all kinds of things involved in breaching net security. You need to attack the stuff from different angles. And it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is to strengthen security. Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they change everything. So it's kinda like an always evolving puzzle. A puzzle I help make harder at that. Huh, I didn't think about it that way. It is less actiony than what movies make it up to be, though. No real-time frantic typing, nothing like that. Still, seeing my code break through something, it's an amazing feeling. Will you have anything else? Give me something non-alcoholic. I want to play it safe with the whole absinthe thing. So we want soft, right? Sunshine Cloud. Let's make her a Sunshine Cloud. I don't think we've made a Sunshine Cloud yet. And then she doesn't want alcohol, so no Carmetrine. On the rocks, and we blend that baby. Looks kind of nice. Here. I hope you haven't spiced up this one. Alma, please. Say, Jill, what's the worst that could happen if you don't get your drinks right? Well, people have the right to not give me money. If they don't pay for it, I don't get my bonus. No bonus means less money and no tips, which doesn't help because I have to pay the bills. Oh, I see. Do you have to make an effort to pay your bills? Nope. You have no idea how much I hate you right now. Well, my job pays pretty well, and I'm not the kind to spend too much on things other than food and bills. Maybe maintenance on my hands and new equipment, but aside from that... Oh, I know. If you have trouble with your bills, why not live with me? We could be roommates. Dunno. Moving my stuff through the stairs because the elevator's broken. Having to move my liquor collection. Never mind the fact that my cat's a shut-in that got very upset the one time I moved some furniture around. The idea of moving just gives me a headache. Me too. You shouldn't take things so seriously when I say them, you know? I don't, but I've thought about it before. Now, I need some air. I'm gonna take my break. You wanna come? Are you inviting me to the back of the bar? You should invite me to dinner first. Every minute you waste making jokes is time taken from my break. Fine, let's go. Boss, I'm taking my break. Call me if anyone comes in. Sure. I'm making good progress. It seems like... So every day is split into 2 parts. You got the first half of your day, you have a break, and then you have the second half. And I feel like each of those halves takes me about 45 minutes. So like an hour and a half per day. Cold. What was that all about? I'm sure it's chilly out there. It sure is chilly out there. It's kind of refreshing. The hobo out there seems like a nice guy. Billy Vine? Yeah, he's a cool guy. Very respectful. Apparently he got into some legal trouble, and that's why he's like that. Really? He could also just be a very nice crackhead, though. I have a cousin that lives like a hobo, actually. Really? It's a bit complicated, though. Problem is, his family has tried to get him to live with them, but his pride won't let him accept their help. He'd rather live on the streets for some reason. You can't tell with some people, sadly. Why did he become a hobo in the first place? Bad investments and debts. Bank evicted him from his house. Oh. It's a serious problem because he has epileptic attacks but refuses to take his medication. I just don't get what's up with him. Honey, some service here. I'm here, don't scream. Oh ho! Were you two hanging at the back of the bar? What kind of stuff were you doing? Just talking. Is that what they call it these days? This chick's a creep. What do you want? Something soft, something sweet, non-alcohol, please. Wouldn't it be the same if you just grabbed a soda from a vending machine? But I like you. Do you dislike my presence so much? Sweet and non-alcoholic, you say? Alright. Let's find a sweet drink. I think Sugar Rush is possible. Blue Fairy may be better. Yeah, let's give her a Blue Fairy. Let's age it and mix it and done and go. Here, like you asked. See? You don't get this kind of treatment from vending machines. Unless you're Lawrence. But he has this weird idea that good service is the same as selling lukewarm cans of soda. Lawrence? A friend of mine. He's a vending machine. What? Oh. Oh, but how impolite of me. I'm lovely and my name's Dorothy. Dorothy Hayes. Nice to meet you. With the way she acts, you'd expect her name to be Jenna Hayes. Oh, I'm Alma. The pleasure's mine. Dorothy, you say? Yep, why? Nothing. I guess I've heard about you before. Really? What kind of stuff? Tell me. Mostly about your, pluckiness? And here I was thinking it was because I'm a sex worker. So much for trying to be subtle. Hey, I take pride in my job, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Isn't it dangerous? I know how to take care of myself, thank you very much. Where do you work, Alma? I'm a hacker. Really? A full-fledged hacker? Not the kind that sees a computer logged into some account and says, that's hacking, right? No, of course not. I've always been curious about how being a hacker works. Do you just start typing really fast while waiting for something to happen? Nope. I can explain, but I don't know if you'll get it. We won't know until you try, right? Last time I said that... Last time I said that, I had to jam the plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grown man's butt. What? Alright. It was a success. Yeah. Okay then, let me try to explain in general how it works. Let's say I have to retrieve information from a company's database. Alright. First, I do some research on the target. OS, servers, how the information is stored, and all that. There's been a couple of occasions where I had to go in blind, but they're the exception rather than the rule. You thought that was funny? It was interesting. It was a bit amusing, but, yeah, this game is... It's very adult. I wasn't expecting this much adult content in it. Anyway, it's fine. Like, I have no issues with it. It's just, yeah. First, I secure things from my side. I start working behind proxies, websites, and through other more vulnerable computers I find on the way. After that, I start testing the networks. I go through the basic protocols. Try known exploits as long as they don't trigger any alarm. Once I've tested the ground, the fun starts. I go through all the security protocols and look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper into the code for the password itself. I see. Then, when I'm finally in, I go and retrieve user privileges. After that, I go and try to become a super user and get what I need. How do you do that? Well, there are a couple of ways. I can use a pre-made program to hack into an already existing account. I can use info someone already gave me. But the usual way is using a buffer overflow. Excuse me, I apologize for all the yawning. I don't know why, but I'm feeling a bit tired today. Buff? What happens next? What happens next? Why is she vibrating? Is she getting off on this? I create a backdoor in the system before leaving and covering my tracks. I can't handle it anymore. Alma, hack me. Hack me like you've never hacked anything before. Yep, I was right. Eh? Make my buffer overflow. Create a backdoor in me. Escalate your user privileges. Find flaws in my security. Sorry, I got carried away. No crap, what happened? Have you seen those movies or books where a couple does something like paint a picture or cook, but they make it sound like they're having sex instead? Suggestive scenes? Yep. Well, that whole thing was kind of like that for me. Really? I guess humans don't really get it because their minds don't upload to networks or anything. But trust me, if you recorded yourself giving a really detailed explanation in a really sexy voice, you'd make millions. Horny Lilim are an unexploited market. I see. Oh, looks like my ride is here. Your ride? Yep, my brother-in-law came to look for me. Is it alright to ask that from him? It's okay. I've known him since preschool. It just so happened that he got married to my sister. Hey Dorothy, you need a ride? Can you drop me by 3rd Street? That's actually kind of funny. In Calgary, 3rd Ave is what is known as Hooker Lane. All the prostitutes hang out on 3rd Ave, so this sex worker asking to be dropped off by 3rd Street is kind of ironic. Sure, it's on the way. Yay, I'll take your offer then. Bye, honey. Later, Jill. Take care. The street seems noisy. Oh, a client. Hello, welcome to Valhalla. What can I get? What the hell is that thing? Such a small yet comfortable place. Truly an oasis of spiritual drinks in the midst of the suburban desert. A place where lost and corrupt souls can gather to forget their troubles for a while. A nest where everyone from the most pathetic scum to the vilest trash junkie can sit to kill their insides. Truly, a real persona non grata. That's Latin for mysterious place. By the way, I'm so smart and philosophical. Yeah, whenever somebody tells you they're smart, generally it means that they're an idiot. Alright, we've got ourselves a persona non grata here. What will you have then? 17. Excuse me? I said 17. 7 plus teen. What does that mean? What does it mean to you? Just to be sure, 17 is about the drink you want, right? Only if you want it to be. The hell does that mean? 17th drink on the menu. 2, 4, 6. 8. 11. 13. 16. 17. Let's just double check that. 6. 8. 11. 13. 16. Alright, you're getting a piano man. And on the rocks, mixed. How is this a 17? It isn't. You said 17 would only be related to your drink if I thought it was, and I think it isn't. Oh, you subverted my expectations by taking me literally. Sneaky. And what brings you here, mister? I'm Armadillo. Oh, sorry. I'm Armandio. Virgilio Armandio. See? I introduced myself using the Asian order because that's a lot more polite. Jeez, this guy is quite a piece of work. Right. And I came here looking for an otherworldly experience. I was passing by and saw this place is called Valhalla. I want to see the souls of resting warriors, the wounded spirits of noble souls. The golden hall full of never-ending banquets, the lively Valkyries looking over them. We have some arcade machines on the corner. No. You're taking me too literally. You see, I'm being poetic. I'm giving a mystical air to a mundane affair. I wanted to see drunk people. I wanted to see waitresses and food. I wanted to see the bar in all of its decadent glory. Well, you're out of luck. Today's been quite the slow day. Not that I'm very surprised, given how things have been going in the streets, though. Humans are a nasty bunch. That much is true. Making a ruckus, coming at each other. But that's to be expected from the only mammal to kill its own. No. No. There are many other mammals that kill each other, that kill their own species. Like, yeah. I'm no zoologist, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Exactly, Jill. Thank you. Oh yeah? Then give me an example. No zoologist, not zoologist bartender. Like I said, I don't know exact details, I just know that isn't right. If memory serves right, once a lion takes over a pride, every cub born from another lion is killed or something. Takes over a pride? You can't take over pride. Pride isn't a tangible thing. Yes, it is. It's called a pride of lions. A group of lions that live together. You need to stop making things up, not zoologist bartender. Yeah, this is what I said. Whenever somebody says that they're smart, chances are they're like the biggest idiot you'll meet in your entire life. But going back on topic, do you know what the number 17 means? No, I don't. It reminds me of one of Dylan's streams. There was a guy that kept showing up there, and I think his handle was like knowledgeable gamer, or like it was something stupid. It was something like letting on that he's like, or gaming expert. I think his name was Gaming Expert. And the guy was just like a complete idiot that like knew nothing about video games. The atomic number of chlorine. The atomic number of chlorine? No, and Chloe is a name, not a number, you know. The group where halogens are in the periodic table. Stop making up words like halogens, periodic, and table. Okay then, I give up. 17 is us, eh? Every human has 17 pairs of chromosomes. That number is the whole foundation of you and me. It's 23. What is? Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, not 17. Well, they're both primal numbers. Prime numbers. So it's the same idea. Primal. Do you want anything else? I'd like a single plum floating in perfume, served in a man's hat. Okay. Wants a plum floating perfume in a son of a... Hey, here it is. A fedora with perfume and a plum. Here. Ha! You didn't. Wait, you did. Enjoy. I will. I'll drink this, perfume. You don't really have to. Yeah, that'd be silly. You win this round, bartender. Hey, bartender, have you ever thought about death? How? What if we're already dead, both of us? What? What tells you I even existed before I entered that door? How can you assure me that this reality is real and we were not, in fact, in heaven or hell all along? I can't? What if everything up to this point is just some stupid story written by an unemployed 20-something in his room? We can't. I could punch you to make you feel reality. I don't care about any of that, actually. This reality's real for me, and that's all that matters. Such a close-minded way of seeing things. You need to get away from the factual facts. Open your mind to things beyond your reach. You'll never reach enlightenment if you don't start. That sounded like an explosion. The habanera has started. It means the twilight of the gods, in German, by the way. I gonna say that is incorrect. Well, you're on your own, bartender. Enjoy your new world order. What? A couple of nearby cars exploded, it seems. Oh, hell. Let me take a look out the window. Be careful. Now gunshots. Wow. I see lots of flashes in the distance. Most likely gunshots. Jill, come here a sec. What? About 5 gigabytes of reports proving that several White Knight squads have been used to cover. Illegal actions were released to the public by an unknown anarchist group. We're receiving reports of several units going rogue and using their weapons to hunt down anyone they find on the street. Several counterterrorism forces from neighboring cities have been dispatched in order to subdue the crazed units after a plea from the vice president. We're still waiting for a declaration from Zaibatsu Corp CEO on the subject, but until then, things are ugly in and outside of that bank, it seems. I'd recommend you stay here tonight. It's too dangerous to even think about going outside. Well, what if they break in? They won't. Even then, the bar has quite the security system. And I'll be here protecting you, as an added bonus. Yeah, I guess I'll stay tonight. I'll get you the spare mattress I have. Do you mind sleeping in my office? No, I guess it's fine. Good. Let's hope everything gets solved by the morning. I'll have Zancan 2 on hand, just in case. The metal bat with nails? There's nothing it can't bash. Huh. Say, Jill, 4. Hope everything's better by tomorrow. Oh yeah, because we weren't at home, so we can't purchase stuff or look at our... Well, I guess we could have looked at our phone, but they didn't give us the option to. Rise and shine. Oh, good morning. It's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me on the weekends and any other day. How's everything outside? Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them, at least. How so? Zaibatsu Corps president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing, like they were petrified somehow. You make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there are still some bad apples out, and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knights they spot. Wow. That's brutal. So not only are the White Knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too. I wonder if Say is okay. Should we be worried about Jill? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say, even safer wherever he is than here. I sure hope so. Are we gonna work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take the Sunday off. Oh, alright. Say, do you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay, then let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. Crazy. And here we are. Home sweet home. Thanks a lot. Hey boss, wanna hang out for a bit? Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit. Mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that beer always leads to something else. What is wrong with these people? But then again, I kind of feel like society is heading this way too, where it's just everything is incredibly hedonistic. To more beer? I was gonna say to one of us going through the Spanish announcer's table. That's cool. Okay, that was a good reply. But I think we're safe here. Come on in then. Excuse me? Want one? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me though. Smoke if you wanna. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing the kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Oh, right, boss. You're not very good with the cold, are you? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here either. Yeah, I left it at home when going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist. I have this hoodie from some time ago, and it was too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where did you get this one? Dunno, some flea market ages ago. Why? Nothing. It's just like one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use. It just ripped. I see. You can keep it if you want. I never use it anyway. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Fair enough. 17 plus how much? 17 plus, I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. That's one thing that I never understood, is people not wanting to share their age. Like, I can understand, like, not caring about age, but not wanting to share it, like it's a secret, has always baffled me. Alright. Let me go change into something more comfortable. Take your time. She's gonna come out in a nightie. Hey, it's a black cat! It's kind of hard to see that it's a black cat because the background is purple, but if you focus hard, you can actually see the outline of it. Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my general direction. Oh, that's just Four. He's just wary of any new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. Actually, speaking of, none of my girls have come to visit me, or cuddle. Actually, no. Lagatha was here earlier. He'll warm up quickly, though. Just give him time. He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat? They usually have green. Yeah, weird, huh? At first I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss? Back at home we had a bear. Said a beer. Ah, I see. What? Good old Bosco. He kept intruders away better than any dog. Right. This picture here isn't something you see every day. What? Me taking such a sappy pic? No, a framed picture on printed paper. It's so vintage. Who are these? That's, the one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. Oh man, she's one of those. The one on the left is Gabrielle, her sister. Huh. Is this pic recent or... Actually, that one's from 3 to 4 years ago. You look exactly the same. I'm only 27. What did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old. I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly, let alone a printed and framed one. Did you two break up on good terms then? You even hesitated a bit when calling her your ex. Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things, and me storming out of her house, breaking a couple of things on the way out. We never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away, haven't said a word since. Really? It's hard to picture you doing such a thing. And you look so happy in the pic. So which one are we? I think we're the one in the middle. We don't look very happy. Why have her pick out like this then? I just couldn't get my mind off something that Alma said to me about missing having the warmth of someone else press against your side. using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs, putting your head in their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head, dozing off knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. I don't know. I felt nostalgic, then miserable. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. It'd be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. What's that on the table? Looks like an envelope. It's nothing. Now, please, give that to me. Look, all right. I saw nothing, don't worry. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Guide me. Huh. Shoot, I can't see what it says. Beers, so... Okay, so it looks like we have 12 beers. Damn, you have lots of beer. Well, the BTC gives me discounts and a point card I can use every time I buy their alcohol. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. I think I'm gonna refresh my water. Give you guys some water pouring ASMR. Give my throat a break from talking for a few seconds. Ah, yes. Water pouring ASMR time. And water jug refilling ASMR. Yeah, it's a pretty big jug. I was gonna have a candy, but I think if I'm gonna be talking all the time, me having a candy in my mouth is not the best idea. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Cool. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. And besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA. This one is more of a Pilsner, so this is better for sure. In my opinion. In English, please? This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. I prefer Pilsners. Dunno, it doesn't taste like a lighter to me. Is this one made with that, what was the name of the base liquid you use at the bar again? Nutriogenic dichometrical lidogenol, or NDL. I'm gonna sneeze. I muted the mic so you guys wouldn't have to hear. Sorry. Whew. I think it's the sun. Do you ever get the photosensitive sneezing? That happens to me. Not very often. I have a friend who, like, if he sees sun, he will sneeze and sneeze and sneeze and sneeze and won't stop. Thank you very much, Robert. For me, it's usually, it happens, I sneeze, and I'm done. It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid they created to replace water when the maiden kiss polluted water supplies. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. And is this one made with it? 7 in a row with the sun? Yeah, you sound like my buddy James, Robert. And is this one made with it? Let's see. Yep, here it is, near the end. NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch? It serves as a stabilizer, if I remember correctly. They need it for packaged drinks. I thought cornstarch... Isn't cornstarch, like, make it sweet? Like sugar? I could be wrong. I see, and I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Guilty as charged. There's my alcohol collection if you feel like getting anything else. Those bottles over there? I can't afford a fancy fridge or whatever for them, so I have to put them in plain sight. I have my drink. I've got a bar over in my corner. It's not really a bar. I've got this nice hexagonal like cabinet. It's almost like a side table, and it's like fully boxed in, like closed off. So you got a door, and in there I keep my alcohol, but I also have like my my best vodkas displayed up top. I'm guessing if some authority on alcohol came in here, he'd stab me for crimes against beverages or something. Anyway, many of them are still drinkable. I could get you some of the absinthe I brought to the bar if you want. I'm not an Oscar Wilde kind of person, sadly. I'm more of a Theodore Roosevelt girl. I have a teddy bear on my closet, but I don't think you can drink it. Nah. That's what I... Wait, you do? I'm not ashamed of Dr. Fluff, but it just so happens that I have a cat. And I don't want the bear's fillings spilled all over the place. Oh. Anyway, beer's fine. Don't worry. If you say so. Where did that collection come from anyways? Calling it a collection is too generous, I think. I got it from my grandpa. He made a will where the only thing stipulated was that I got them. Interesting. Huh, that's sweet. I've already downed half of it over the years, though. Half of them have colored water instead of alcohol. Weird. I have a few bottles that I've kept because the bottles were nice. And I have them like on the top of my kitchen cabinets. But to like put colored water in to make it look like there's alcohol, that's just kind of weird. Especially like if you forget that you put in colored water and then you want to like make a drink and then you're like, this isn't, there's like, it doesn't taste like there's any alcohol in this. Well, there isn't because you just drank colored water. I guess you'd need to be an expert or something to notice the difference. Yeah, I make sure the water's the right color though. Bottom line, if you want to taste anything from it, let me know. You're too kind. On a side note, it surprises me you kept that poster of me in the room. And even more that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know? Does it make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. I'm still wondering why you did it, though. Aside from filling an empty spot in the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny, too. I guess it's like if someone gave you, I don't know, a dildo-shaped trophy or something, and you had it there as a conversation starter. Although no one comes here anyway, so it's kind of pointless. What? No steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think, and I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can go dish out the pain. No, nothing of the sort. A different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess, and not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back, though. That's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about the poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy. Did you just call me a dildo face? That's what friends are for. Hey boss, be honest with me here. About what? Who's Jill exactly? What do you mean? You know what I mean. Who the F is he? Oh yeah, that. Well, I have a couple of ideas. I know for certain that Jill was in the Hong Kong riots, and he took part in the anti-riot force before defecting. That should give me a clue as to who he is, but so far I've only found out about one such defector, and he didn't leave Hong Kong for at least 4 years. I also know for certain that Jill was in England and France during that time frame. And it's always like that. When I think I have a clue as to who he is, something else comes up that contradicts the evidence. That guy's troublesome. A bit, yes. I wonder if Jill's alright. You worried about him? You make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. You can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Jill so much, though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. He does? I've seen him reject food that has been in contact with it. Man, what a baby, unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How do you meet such a guy? He showed up in the door of the bar. He what? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right, levitation potion. It was a slow day, and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave the drinks for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying. Huh? I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Damn! I tried and failed to find out anything about him, so I decided to take him at face value. I judge him from what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time, sometimes literally. What surprises me is that you took him in so easily. I can take care of myself, and I always kept an eye on him. And besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily. I see. You've made the bar more lively yourself, you know. How so? Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker? I can't remember her name. I can't remember her name either. Alma. I was gonna say Armitage. She's a nice girl, you know. I don't think she's young enough to be called a girl. You and your potions? The levitating potion? Says the girl who's eternally 17. In any case, she's really lovely. When you hear her speak of her family, she speaks with such love. Her face just brightens up. Should we drink? Let's drink. It makes me kind of jealous that she has such a close relationship with them, to be honest. I should drink in the game every time I take a sip of water. It makes me kind of jealous that she has such a close relationship with them, to be honest. You have bad relations with your family? Not bad, but I'm not exactly close to anyone aside from my mom and dad and aunt. But back to Alma, I'm really hoping she finds a nice guy to settle with. I mean, she's so bent into finding one. I can't help but want her to succeed. Ah, I see. There's also that sex worker robot girl. Ah, Dorothy. She intrigues me, though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the years, and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather that she takes to it with such childish excitement. I've kind of noticed that too, but then again, Lilim can be weird. You think? Lilim operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of morality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they are different. Like a different culture, if you must. I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model or something. Lilim get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose. So, I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. The name Lilim is a bit weird, though. It is? You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilim doesn't convey the image of automatons. Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Really? Bot is akin to calling them retarded, and doll is like calling them fake. Thanks for the advice. That aside, do you know why they're called Lilim? As far as I know, because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. And Lilim are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Huh. Interesting. Oh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. See? Like that. It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julian? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. What's the show called? Model Warrior Julian? Is that like Xena Warrior Princess? Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything from the dolls to the costumes to the lunchboxes. It didn't help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere. What does that mean? It got strapped everywhere? I saw a couple of episodes once. They were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show's about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. Fighting demons? I'm thinking more Buffy the Vampire Slayer now. Or Frey. Frey was a continuation, a comic book spin-off of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, taking place in the future. It was actually pretty good. I own it, obviously. Actually, I haven't seen my Frey collection in a while. Should dig those up. How the show presented Jules hating her job because it invited enemies, and yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julian was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kids show, even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image. Her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image. Jesus. Challenging as hell. Whoa. You got excited there. And that is the problem. Back then I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs dressed like her. I could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's beside the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then it went to middle school. I went to middle school. And what a surprise. Tweens are jackasses. They went out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules. I always hold my grudge against those F-jobs. Sounds rough. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? Really? I worried about jerk asses singing the theme tune of the show mocking me. If you like something, embrace it. Like for me, if I like something and somebody makes fun of it and makes fun of me for it, I will just like it extra hard. I'm not gonna turn my back on it. Anyways, every time someone calls me Julian or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud of me. I never talk about it because I find the whole thing too silly in retrospect. And yet, it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it though. It's actually kind of reasonable. I sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you? Excuse me, what kind of kid were you, boss? When I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight with kids bigger than me. Then puberty happened and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I am today. And the less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Fair enough. So Jill, what kind of guy was your grandpa? He was rough around the edges, the kind of guy that means well even if he says otherwise. He seemed to have a soft spot for me though. One moment, he was congratulating my dad by berating him a little, and the next he was playing with me. My dad worked a lot and my mom was always traveling, so I spent most of my childhood with him. Can I ask how he died? Out of old age, my dad says his last words were something like, "Effing scientists created talking mannequins, but they still can't let you upload your brain." Why the question? I'm curious about you, really. Really curious. I just realized that even though we see each other almost every day, I know very little about you. Oh. From what you tell me, though, seems your grandpa's personality rubbed off on you a bit. I've heard that one since I was a kid, actually. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Keep in mind, you're included in this circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back to you. My voice was deep enough to trigger your voice calling? Really? So, interesting. What did I say that made it trigger your voice calling? I didn't think I said anything like, "Call dentist's office." Anyways, I have this friend I've known for a long time. A red-headed glasses-wearing gun nut called Iris. The one you called for the helmet thing? That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She's managing a bar too? I got the idea from her, actually. Oh, it's called N1RV NA. Nirvana. Cool. And if you thought this city was dangerous, you should see the people she has to deal with there. Piracy ain't nothing to F with. It was rigged somehow? You thought it was funny? It is funny. Anne means it's an annex to another business. What else does she do there? I think the bar was originally her hotel bar. She moved the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened Nirvana in the hotel instead. Weird decision. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy rich tourists that go to the hotel. So that bar is her woman cave? Woman cave. That aside, let's see. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with the Neo San Francisco police force. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime. Triggered. I see. I don't think when I'm playing a game, but if I say the word PlayStation when I'm out in my main menu of my PlayStation, it actually triggers voice activation. But sometimes I don't even say anything close to sounding like PlayStation, yet it triggers it. Anyway, good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime. Wait, you were in the what? Oh, I just cracked a drink. I didn't drink it. Let's have a drink. Wait, you were in the what? Hey, Benoit. Welcome to the stream, man. Can I play LMD again today? I'll definitely be playing... sorry, you didn't say today. Can I play LMD again? I definitely will be playing more LMD. But probably not on stream today. Good chances of me doing it tomorrow. And I'll probably be grinding out today's daily So I don't know if you've watched my daily, but that I did today. But yeah, I kind of want to go for second place. So if I get an awesome time, I'm definitely gonna clip it and post the video. Cool, man. Wait, you were in the what? I've done lots of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter. No, it's no worry, no bother at all, Benoit. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for letting your presence be known. I appreciate it, man. Chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot. Corporate what? I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyway, aside from you, Jill, my sis, Iris, and Lexi, I guess there are a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home and college, I went out a lot. Man, these two are chatting away a lot. But it felt more like going out with the pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Jill, my closest friend since moving here is Alma. Oh, and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always four, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. And you know, he's a cat. I consider my cats some of my best friends, so I gotta disagree with you there, Jill. Hey, a cat's fine too, you know? Hey boss, what will you do when the bar closes? I don't know, maybe I'll take a friend's offer of working with her. I was also thinking about going back home and helping with things there. Or maybe going traveling for a while. I see. Oh, but don't worry, bureaucracy's slow as F, so they won't close the bar for quite a while. Better enjoy being there while you can. Yeah, maybe. Will you be visiting me in whatever bar I end up working in? I have a bone to pick with the guy that supervises the bar I'm planning to get you transferred to. I go there even though I have virtually no reason to. With you there, I'd have something pleasant to look forward to. You're sending me to someone you have problems with? If I have to trust another bar owner, it's certainly him. He's actually a pleasant boss from what I've seen. The fact that he and I have a tendency to go at each other's throats is an unrelated matter. I'll trust you on that one then. Don't worry, maybe I can get you a bracelet made out of wood pieces from the bar's counter or something. We'll see. Hey, I'll tell you what. When the bar closes, let's both take a vacation. Go on a trip. That'll clear your mind a bit. Yeah, maybe. Am I supposed to watch this, or am I... Oh, Chapter 2! Amarga! We finished Chapter 1! Coming right up, trophy. Your electricity bill will be sent out on the 24th. Please make sure you have $8,000 needed. Thank you for the GG, Robert. Jill is curious about a Daruma she saw. Getting one will prevent her from becoming too distracted. Daruma. Daruma. What is a Daruma? Cracked Daruma. A Japanese souvenir that has seen better days still has a vintage charm to it. Alright, let's buy the cracked Daruma. Okay. Let's do the stuff in the phone. We'll save and, oh, boss left the hoodie anyway. Yeah, we'll read some stuff, we'll save, and then I think we'll wrap it up. Just because I feel like I don't want to go for another 45 minutes. It would be too much. Apollo Bank is getting attacked. Let's read the most recent one. Apollo Bank is being attacked, thread 4. I can confirm the situation has finally reached its end. The attacker was shot dead, but a huge amount of data was released from servers all around the world. Remember the leaks from Alice? Those were nothing compared to this. Proof of corruption, money laundering, espionage. It's actually pretty unsettling. Damn. The file is available from approximately 60,000 sources. Terabytes that contain all operations from the Glitch City government and White Knight's operations. It seems the ultimate goal from the attacker was not to blow up the bank, but lead hostages towards the servers inside of the bank, which had the files under several layers of physical security. That stuff sounds whack. How do you even make a plan this complex? No idea, but that's what some of the witnesses are telling the police. Okay, it looks like I have to leave, but I'll try to write down all the details for a future post. Gonna need some time though. Godspeed anon. Thanks. What does anon mean? Because I've heard of like, because there they said Godspeed anon. There's also QAnon. I don't know what any of this stuff means. And honestly, I don't care enough to research it. Danger Use admin has been arrested. Nano Camo is now making smart, don't care. GSF January 4th card. Is this fighting? GSF and January 4th card announced 66 American Kid and Giant Yusuke headlining. It is cool. The blood feud between Giant Yusuke and 66 American Kid will reach its climax this January 4th at the annual GSM Dome event. But it's not the only match of the night. Other interesting bouts feature great workers such as the Great DK and Arentz. Full card below. 66 American Kid versus Giant Yusuke for the GSF Championship. Red Comet Jr. versus Nagisa for the Women's Championship. Aikido versus the Great DK. Roy Campbell versus Arentz for the GSF Junior Championship. And Jack Baum and Blaze versus Huli and Kara Kolta for the Tag Team Championship. And then also Osuna versus Siegfried. Wrestling. My boss made me curious. All right, I think that's good enough for me. Let's save. Day 7. Cool. Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, because I think we actually did 2 full days. So I feel like the game's going faster. I feel like it started off really slow, and now it's picking up pace. I don't know if I'm reading faster or if the days are getting shorter or what, but yeah, it's going quicker. You're very welcome, Robert. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for hanging out. And anybody else that's here, I'm not too sure if Benoit is still around or took off. I think Mr. Din has gone, but I could be mistaken. Anyway, I will be streaming Figment probably in about 3 hours. So hope to see you then and there. And if not, I'll see you elsewhere. Take care and bye-bye.